windows once you go down. You must be crazy if you think that I'ma slow down. Don't wanna hear it talking shit, fuck the drama. Keep it coming, I'ma send you to your mama. Mr. Whip, 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 get the gun down. Dropping bodies.
Hey everyone, Being a Fine Figure here, and welcome back to the channel. As today we will be taking a look at the Atom Silver Age, part of Mcfarlane Toys Digital, or Phygital as he calls it, via DC Direct line that we get to add to our Mcfarlane collection, which this is exciting. I believe this is the third Atom rendition back from the 60s, and it's also the one I'm most familiar with. I know there's a couple of more, and recently in the 2000s or 99, they had two other different versions of the Atom, but this is the one that I remember the most growing up. So again, it's very exciting. First Mcfarlane Toys Atom, well, second Atom. Keep forgetting the Page Puncher one. I wasn't really interested in that one. It was part of that, Flash Wave. So I kind of just passed out on that version of it. This second version, it's a much better version, much more version that I am used to, that I am familiar with, and I'm glad I got my hands on it. Comes in the standard Phygital digital packaging. Nice different colors as opposed to the black and stuff that we have for the Mcfarlane DC Multiverse. All of them always have the image in the back of a shrunken. This one's actually pretty good. Nice shrunken Atom there. All these little, was it a chameleon trying to eat them, ends up getting a fly or a beetle or something. It's actually pretty cool. And back again, we got the Atom here. So as we do here on the channel, I am going to get this figure unboxed, and I will be right back. All right, now we have the figure out of the packaging. We will quickly go over the accessories and the props that it brings with it. Of course, every Mcfarlane Toys Digital or Phygital comes with a code that you can log in to the website, scratch it off, and you get to, I don't know how this works, buy, or you get to download a Phygital. I don't know. I really don't use them. I've always given them away. I have followers on Instagram or YouTube. They ask me for the codes. I scratch them, send them a picture of them. They get to use it. They get to enjoy it. I really don't do the digital thing. So, I mean, Mcfarlane's very big on it. All power to him. It's just not for me. I like figures in hand. I don't pretty much collect anything where you just have to keep it in the computer. So that's that. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen, and we'll go back to that in a minute. And of course, you don't have a Mcfarlane Toys figure without the trusty hockey puck or stand. This one here, the digitals always have the Mcfarlane logo with the spawn head there, and of course the digital embedded on it. Again, tons. Every figure has one. And then of course the standard data file card. Same image as the one in the back of the box of a shrunken. This one here, I like the one in the box better, because this here, you can't really tell what is going on there because it's all blown up. As opposed to the box, he's running away from a chameleon who's ended up trying to eat him, and ended up getting a bug instead. So I don't know. There's a story behind that. We'll get to it eventually. He does come with extra hands, not an extra set of hands, because he's got the fist, the trigger finger, he's got the open hand, I guess, or throw, or I don't know, the hand, and then of course, which we've seen lately with quite a few Mcfarlane toys where he's got the finger pointing hand. I don't know what the deal is with that, but yeah, so we got an array of 4 different hands for one figure. I would have loved the set. Maybe another fist would have been cool. Instead of the finger, I can live with this. You can simulate him throwing something. Trigger finger, he doesn't have a gun, so I don't know why he would need a trigger finger, but that is just me. Now, we'll quickly go over the prop, small figure, because it's basically what it is, because it doesn't, it looks pretty good. The only thing that they forgot in this particular figure was to, I don't know, because it was too small and they couldn't do it, but the Atom sign on his forehead there and on the belt, even if they couldn't get it, it would have been nice if they would just scribble something on it. I mean, they've scribbled other things before, so it would have been good to get that little sign there. Maybe I'll do something. Other than that, again, tit for tat, it's just like it. And again, these are just little props. I really don't have use for them because they don't really articulate. It would have been nice. I don't know if they would have figured out maybe just a little bit bigger, just enough so they can at least give us a single joint on the arm at least, or a little swivel or something, or maybe in the legs or something would have been cool because then you could use it, better if you're going to do photography where you're trying to either shrink them down or get them back up again. It would have been cool. But this is like Atomica. I mean, I had Atomica from that 2-pack, Superman 2-pack again with Ultraman. I ended up selling her, so because I really don't have use for those. And as good as this is, I mean, it does so good, but I don't really have any use for it because you can't put it into any actual posing for photography or anything like that. It just basically would just stand in your shelf. Now, I am going to keep it. I'm not going to get rid of it because it's an atom. It makes sense to have the small one, but don't really have a use, so it'll probably just be on a shelf or on my case or trunk where I put the ones I don't actually display all the time with the rest of those, because I mean it's just a little miniature little statue and a hard one to stand, so I'm gonna have to use one of the other stand just to hold it in place, because it does not, mine in particular doesn't, as you can see, it's like all into shape. Maybe later on I might just heat it up a little bit just to see if I can get it to it, because it will stand when I mess with it and but I don't want to always have to do that. So yeah, I'll probably just end up just displaying it somewhere and not really use it as much. Onto the atom itself. Obviously, it's the same Blue Beetle sculpt. This sculpt is getting to be very popular in the Mcfarlane line, I guess, because a lot of the figures, especially the digital ones, along with the younger characters, thinner characters, are using the same bulk, which is a pretty good bulk. It's very slim. It's muscular where it needs to be. My issue is lately, and this was going to be my second figure, where one of the arms is just, I guess the peg or it's a little bit too long, so it sticks out a lot more than the other, and it's frustrating. I just went through that with one of the other figures. I forgot which one it is because the Connor Kent, which I'll bring it on and I'll show you guys what I mean, or I'll show you with this one. But anyway, let's start with the head. Nice head. Again, you get that nice little atom sign, which they should have just scribbled little black lines on it. It would have been cool on it. Face sculpt, it's okay. I mean, it's plain. It's got no emotion, just a straight out atom. I mean, it's all a one suit, two color, so it's not anything that really stands out as far as texture or anything like that, because it was just all smooth, so there's no texture on the. It's like a straight up spandex superhero costume. No texture, no nothing that can stand out. The belt, it's not molded. It's part of the diaper, so it's painted on there. They did the atom again. They should have scribbled something on the belt. So if it, I doubt that it, shows that it disappears when they get little. You show a little something, but it's okay painted. I see that they try to go around instead of just making the I don't know what they were thinking, but they should have gone up a little bit higher, I guess. The belt just looks like it's a low rider type pants, and then the diaper, it's a lot smaller than I'm used to, so I don't think it'll create a lot of stress when you kick or pose forward. The back, obviously, it's got that weird cut that goes under, so I guess they try to give them butt cheeks, and I think they failed miserably at it, because now this just looks terrible. So I might have to trim that just a little bit to make it look at least like it's supposed to be an actual behind. But anyway, so again, this particular one, now that we've had several figures with it, this is the arm on this side where it just sticks out a lot more than the other. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it just stands out a little bit more than this one. again, and I've stated this over and over again on my reviews, they don't really have any butterfly. This is just one of those extra pieces to cover the holes or on the shoulder, or if you're moving them around, and it's most of the time it's useless. See this here? You can see the gap with this one. Here it's more in, so it's not as noticeable. But this arm is just more on the outside. Like the peg, I think it's just a little bit too small. So I'm gonna have to see how I do with that. And it's not the first time, because I know it was the Mcfarlane figure that he did of himself, and then they used the Connor. Also has that same problem. The only difference is that his is on that arm, on the left arm, but it's been a pain in the ass constantly trying to cover it up, do poses, because that arm is just doesn't. I guess the peg is either longer or the piece inside is sticking out more. So that's it. It's very frustrating to get a figure that has that issue. As far as everything else on both of them, even this one, it's not loose, which is great. And the joints and everything are pretty good. You've got the nice. You can get a full turn there on that double articulated elbow. Same thing with the knee. That's actually pretty good. It doesn't have any thigh swivel or boot cut, and then of course the standard Mcfarlane joint at the bottom, and you can just move it all over. And also with the wrist joint, which is just terrible. I wish you could just fix that better. And I get it, because his is different. The peg is actually on the figure, as opposed to other brands that has the peg come out of you can plug them into, which I wish he would just go ahead and go for it. Sometimes you get off on little, like, I don't know if it's the rubber, the metal, the plastic itself, you just distort it out, so it kind of looks a little bad and you can't cover it up. That one's not too bad. This one, yeah. This one here has like a little, like it just molded into a different shape or something. But other than that, the colors, they're pretty good. The rest of the lines are painted nicely. Yeah, it's a great looking figure. It's a great addition. It's a Silver Age. It's the one I'm more familiar with. But these new pieces or whatever they're doing, it's just terrible. It's a shame, because this figure, I would have, it's very basic. The Atom doesn't really have a lot of stuff to do, so this is just a little frustrating, because it's just getting figures that are starting to come like this, and I'm not gonna just buy another one just for this. So I think it's the piece inside. It's a lot. I don't think it's the arm itself. That is pretty long, but I think, I don't know, I don't think it's deep enough like they used to be. But yeah, and the space for the ball is like very small. I don't know how to fix that, and there's just no other way to fix it. And here it's actually, let's look at the other side. Yeah, it looks like it has more. Looks like it's a little deeper. So I don't know. Is it the same? I don't know. What do you guys think? Yeah, I think it looks the same. I don't know. That's a little frustrating, that part of the arm, that the armor just sticks out there. But other than that, it's a pretty solid figure. So, and again, it's not like it required much details on it on this particular version. Yeah, that's the only disappointing part. That arm, maybe I fixed now. Yeah, the arms that stick out now more than they used to. But other than that, again, I'm not gonna knock it. It's a pretty good looking figure. But I don't know, these molds, I guess, I don't know what they're thinking. But again, the only other gripe is they should have given us a little bit better, some articulated on this, just so that we can post it a lot better. Other than that, it's just a prop to me. So that'll be it for right now, guys. Thank you for tuning in as always. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you do, hit the like button or unlike button. Comment below. Tell me which league you are going to post yours with. Is it going to be the Justice League? Is it going to be the Society? You let me know down in the comments. And as always, thank you for your support. And as always, continue to support each other. Continue to be a fine figure. And I will see you later.